Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Madalina and in today's video I have an upcycling or making better, cuter, nicer, more modern nightstands. So I purchased on Facebook two nightstands for 12 euros, so 6 euros each, and they look really old, but I decided to make them a bit more modern. I transformed them and they don't look like they used to anymore. So if you want to see how I did that, continue watching. These are the nightstands. They are in really good shape still. The legs are a bit scratched, but I want to cut them anyway because I want to make them hanging nightstands. I will start by taking out the drawers and cut all the legs off. In the back I had some problems because the front and the back of the nightstands, they are not the same levels, so I had to take my pencil and draw it out, make a line to see where to cut. Then I will clean my mess, of course, and I will start sanding. I did clean them beforehand when I took them from the previous owner. I will sand them starting with a 60 grit sanding paper, then go to 120 and then to 240, just to have that really smooth finish, because these nightstands, they have some grooves in them and I want to get them really smooth. My initial plan was to sand the tops and stain them with wood stain, but as you can see, this is not real wood, so I cannot do that. I will just fill this with wood filler and then paint over it. The nightstands, they have these tiny grooves that I cannot go in with my sanding machine, and I will do that by hand, as you can see here. And they have some small imperfections, so I will fill them with wood filler. After I done all that, I will just clean them with a wet towel and then with a dry one, just to take all the dust out. Before I sand the drawers, I will just take the knobs apart because these are not my favorite, to be honest. So I will take them off and then sand them. Because I couldn't get the drawers to be really smooth with the sanding paper, I will use this wood filler. Now that my wood filling is dry on the drawers, I will just sand them again to get them all smooth. And by this time I started to have problems with my sanding machine and it kind of stopped working, so I had to do some of these parts manually and I got really frustrated, but that is not the point. For the primer, I will use this one from Senses. It's a white primer because I couldn't find the black one, so I will use this one. And for the paint, I will use this one from Perfection, and it's a matte black paint. To apply the primer and the paint, I will be using these sponges, and where I can't reach with the sponges, I will use a brush. I will start applying the primer, but I think this was a really bad idea to apply it with the sponge because it used so much primer and so much paint. I will not be doing this again. In the future I will be using a brush because that will not use so much of this product. As you can see, the sponge didn't give a smooth finish to my drawers. I am not happy with this, so I'm gonna sand it in between coats with this 220 grid sandpaper. After I sanded the first coat of primer, I applied a second coat of primer, which I don't know if it was necessary or not, but I did it anyway. What you see here, it's actually the second coat of black paint, because the first one my camera decided to dye without me knowing. So here is the second coat.
A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up.
For the knobs, I will make my own leather straps like the IKEA ones, but those are more expensive. So I will just make my own. I have this pink faux leather, these 40mm screws, and some of these caps to put on top. I don't like the color of the chrome dots, so I will be painting them in black. These dots, I sprayed them with a matte black spray paint, but it did not work as I wish, so I will just paint them with the brush with the same paint that I used for the nightstands. Here are my leather straps, as you can see. I will make a separate video about this, because I really think you shouldn't pay so much money for IKEA leather straps or from whatever website you decide to buy them, because it is not worth it. So I will show you how to make them yourself, but in another video. When the last coat of paint was dry, I attached the leather straps. So at this point I wanted to leave them like this and then just be done with it, because it's been so many days since I started. But then I realized I want to apply a finish, and I will use this matte black spray paint. I put 3 layers of spray paint on all the drawers and the nightstand, and also on these black metal dots. And now it's time for the big reveal. Okay guys, so that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. I hope I can do this more often in the future, because I really enjoyed it and it was really fun to do. Let me know in the comments down below what do you think about this, and if you would like to see more of this content of my channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!